Hey friends, Mike Darenthal. Today we're going to check out a really neat house on a beautiful piece of property on Lake Hiawassee. Now this is Betsy Breton-Garcia's property. She's a listing agent with Keller Williams. She was kind enough to let us take a look at this today. And what you're going to see is a custom-built home that was built by the owner, current owner, and they've been here on a gorgeous piece of property for a while. It's about, it says 3.78 acres. We're gonna find out how much that's in the water. But it is a nice, big, beautiful, private piece of property. Gorgeous trees out here. And we are out here kind of on the west side of the Orlando metro area towards, on Lake Hiawassee. And we are in the West Orange High School District, good school district out here. And this is an area that has seen some development over the last 40 or 50 years. A lot of these properties were very rural at the time. This used to be nothing but orange groves and cow pastures out here with some really neat properties on the lakes. And you've seen a lot of development come out here on some of the larger tracts of land to kind of describe the vibe out here. But you've got it's a convenient location if you want to get to and from the attractions towards Disney on the back end. You can hop on the interstate and the expressways and get over to the beaches in probably about an hour, probably about 2 hours to the Tampa area. And really some really pretty properties out here. As you can see, I'm going to pan around and just show you. You've got these massive live oaks, really pretty in the backyard. We're going to see that next. Yeah, we're going to take a look. Let's go.
Which they're expanding it. They're supposed to make it better. But yeah, it's where you're going to find your better pricing. Hunters Creek is a very desirable area for a lot of us because you're close to everything, but at the same time, traffic-wise, you're only about 30 minutes away from everything. So you can hop on I-4, 417, and you're everywhere. Hunters Creek, how many bedrooms do you need? The minimum.
So it's kind of funny because I don't really look at bedrooms, I look at bathrooms. Because there's usually a correlation.
Okay.
But the minimum bathroom is
Okay.
two full.
Two full.
But I would say no less than 3 bedrooms.
Upstairs, right? Okay, perfect. So single suite, two.
I was going to say that, yeah.
Single family. Your DBA. Now, VA is definitely going to be the best way to go. There's no doubt we can do that. This love people. We'll be able to make it easier for people to go on.
Is there another place that you can?
Okay, so we're in the backyard right now. It just came off this this amazing wraparound porch. Now, I've sold some property on Lake Hiawassee over the years. I've never been over on this side. There's a smaller portion of the lake. It's like a separate pool. I'm going to try and include an aerial. And this property has some really neat frontage right along this pool, this portion of the lake over here. And there's a strip of land over there directly across from me, which this piece of property actually extends all the way across this water here and has a small piece of property over there on what's basically a little crescent-shaped piece of land. Now, the agent tells me there is a canal so that you can actually access the larger portion of Lake Hiawassee, and we'll give you some more details on that. Can apparently get out there. I'm not sure. I don't have firsthand knowledge of that. But that's what she was told, so it looks like it could be a little canal. I'll see if we can pull it up on the aerials and see. But either way, right off the bat, you've got for under 7 figures here. We're under $1 million right now. We're priced at 9 on this house. You've got beautiful, gorgeous, what I would call kind of old Florida lakefront here with these all these oaks, trees, very natural setting, very quiet back here, and very serene. So we are facing east, so you're getting a sunrise every morning. You see they've got a little floating dock over here. And this, let's go down and take a closer look at Lake Hiawassee so you can kind of get a sense of, let's see if I can open this. Oh, there we go. And it's a fairly, I would call it kind of a tannin stained body of water. It's got this, and it's fairly clear. You've got a, and I would call this a typically clear water, maybe slightly tannin stained. Over here in this area, not, this water, they've kept it kind of natural. So you do see I can see some white sand underneath the organic stuff there at the bottom, but typically it would not be unusual for a shallower pool like this to anticipate that it's probably not going to be super white sandy type bottom. Other portions of the lake are though, but this looks extremely fishable. Definitely big enough to put a jet ski out there, but there's a lot of aquatic growth out there right now. So, but again, you're really buying the serenity, the privacy out here. There's birds back here flying around, and just a really pretty piece of property. So this house was built by the owner, and a very customized piece of waterfront. So this is the type of waterfront property for somebody that likes to have some space, likes a rural setting, likes the kind of the serenity and peace and quiet, some solitude, and can kind of do their thing out here on this type of property. You've got what looks to be a shop over here. They've got a dog kennel. This yard is nicely fenced in the back. You've got a tree. You could put an amazing tree fort up there. This would be a fun piece of property for the person that's looking for this. The inside, the design, very rustic. A lot of natural wood and pine. I've sold properties like this in the past. It takes a certain type of buyer, just like anything else. And then when you find the right buyer, they fall in love with it. And the owner a lot of times wants to find somebody that appreciates their work and whatnot. But this is absolutely stunning on the inside as far as the views out over this big backyard. They've kept it fairly natural. You can see some ginger back here. We're still kind of recovering from the freeze a few weeks ago, so landscape's not looking as good as it might. But this all looks this looks like this survived the freeze a lot better than most yards did. But yeah, you can hear the birds out here, and beautiful piece of property. Now this house is unique in that it's got an in-law suite. That in-law suite is the only downstairs bedroom, which won't work for some people. But finding an in-law suite, a mother-in-law suite, guest apartment, whatever you want to call it, that has a separate entrance off the front porch, really opens up a lot of possibilities here. That's a hard thing to find and a highly sought after thing. And again, if you're looking for waterfront and you need to have that in-law suite, you want some acreage, you want to stay under $1 million, I can tell you there's only a few properties out there on the market right now, this being one of them. So we'll see how this thing, how this performs. But they've been on the market for just over 2 weeks now. And I suspect, and I'm here at an open house right now, I suspect they're going to see some pretty good activity on this just because there's not a whole lot of stuff out like this out there.